The Archetype Files. The soap villain archetype. I don't know about you, but I grew up on soaps, especially Eastenders and Coronation Street. There was something about watching other people go about their daily lives which excited me, and nothing excited me more than when a good villain entered the picture to shake things up. We all fear the monster next door. The idea that we could be living next to a serial killer, a manipulator, or something even worse. There's a morbid part of us that enjoys the suffering of others. We don't want our favourite characters to die, of course not, but we can't help but root for a clever villain to win. As for the unredeemable villains, we want justice to prevail, them to be killed at the climax of their magnum opus. More recently, we want them to be brought to legal justice, because we ourselves have lost or never had faith in the legal system, and desperately want it to work. Sarah did what many soap villains spend years trying to accomplish. She tore apart the lives of everyone inside the local, even took a couple, and died in a blaze of glory. The pub is a staple in soap operas. Eastenders has the Vic, Corrie the Rovers, Hollyoaks the Dog in the Pond, and so on. So it's no wonder Zara found her way there. As for what she wanted from there, we can only guess. My leading theory is that she wanted to use the pub as a sort of nest. She made herself Sue's daughter so that she could take her out of the picture and inherit the pub for herself. That way she would have a base to capture innocent regulars. The local was the first step in her quest for world domination. It appears as though Zara was unable to make things happen for herself, so used people as her pawns to get what she wanted. This also rings true with soap villains. They are often egotistical and use others to serve themselves and get what they want, what they may have struggled getting on their own. Us humans have a fascination with drama. Even if we don't plan to be part of it ourselves, we relish in the everyday dramas of celebrities and characters on our screens. Soap operas are avenues which allow us to consume this drama without affecting those we hold dear. The soap villain is the embodiment of everything we fear in our everyday lives. Do we truly know what our neighbours are up to? Are they secretly a serial killer like Silas from Hollyoaks, or are they plotting our downfall in more inventive ways like Janine from EastEnders? Both routes have the same destination: destruction. Through these characters' selfish desires, others get hurt, whether intentionally or not. Often it will result in them losing their loved ones at the crescendo of their plans. For example, the before-mentioned Silas accidentally kills his daughter, mistaking her for someone else. These characters are not allowed happiness, further vilifying them, creating an endless loop of self-despair and destruction. We find ourselves wanting a misunderstood villain to succeed, and an irredeemable villain like Pat Phelan from Corrie to suffer the consequences of their actions. Perhaps if we knew what led Sarah down her path, things would have worked out differently for my brother and those inside the red zone. There is nothing wrong with enjoying drama, but nobody wants to be involved in it. How do we justify separating our fears of confrontation with enjoying the suffering of others? It's a kind of disassociation we all experience. As much as we want to put ourselves into the shoes of others, we just can't. It's far easier to distance ourselves from others, especially fictional, than it is to understand them. We don't want anybody to suffer, but there is joy to be found and a comfort in knowing it is not happening to us. Zara is an embodiment of the British soap villain, a constant in British media since the Archers debuted on the radio in the early 20th century. Soaps exist all over the world, and this makes me almost 100% certain that another soap villain archetype will emerge somewhere. How do we stop them? We must regain control of the narrative and serve justice to them one way or another. Grandad Ken's new power to pause reality is crucial in combating any future versions of these archetypes. We all love drama, until we are part of it.